I find it amazing that you took investment advice
Absolutely.
and applied it to work-life balance. That's amazing.
Yes.
And it makes so much sense.
It makes so much sense, right?
And, yeah, and what I'm hearing and what you're saying is that there's room for forgiveness then.
Yes.
That you
there's
can
room
take
for
your
forgiveness.
percents and it flexes.
Exactly. And I think even with, when we think about, our money, and working for TIAA, where, we were founded over 100 years ago by Andrew Carnegie, who saw a professor retire not in dignity but in poverty. And so that's what created our company. And we were the inventors of annuities and moved to variable annuities and really serving higher education and healthcare and others. And so when I think about what it means to be in service, when I think about what it means to outperform, I think about one of our passions at TIAA is to make sure that whenever we have an opportunity to speak to people, that we accomplish a few things. So I want to get this out the way, okay? If you have not started your job yet, when you get your very first job or you're going into your new job, please max out on your 401k or your 403b before you see your first check. Why is that so important? When I graduated from college, I made $26,000 a year. It was $26,000 more than I've made in my entire life. So I maxed out because after taking that benefit deduction, plus having the company match it, and it's tax deferred, you're not paying taxes on it before you get, I am getting benefits to the tune of thousands of dollars every year that otherwise I would have left on the table for that after-tax difference. It's not worth it. Please, please max out before you even see your first check. For those of you that are already working and you're like, look, I'm doing the best that I can, I would implore you to say, can I do $5 more? Can I do 10? Because the reality is 40% of all Americans are projected to run out of money in retirement. It's even more pronounced for women of color. It's even more pronounced for African Americans and Latinx. And so if we say now at 19, at 22, or at 40 with no judgment, or at 50, wherever you are, here's why it matters. Why should you think about retirement when y'all are just getting started? Because someday you may want to have a family. And if you're not making those steps now, you're basically saying, I'm going to transfer that to my daughter. That's why you want to start now. My father, when I graduated from college, I happened to have a conversation. I looked at his statement. Somehow we got on retirement. And I had to tell Otis Brown that he did not have enough to retire. To tell a man who worked over 40 plus years and did his very best that he did not have enough, that hurt. And what made me so angry is that he never participated in his 401k plan for 40 plus years. Benefits that were left on the table. Not because he didn't want to prepare, but because no one really connected to the man in the warehouse in a way that Otis Brown would say, I can do this. If someone would have told Otis Brown that by participating in this benefit, your children won't have that burden to try to figure out how to take care of you when they're trying to start their life, Otis Brown would have found a way. And so when I told my dad that he did not have enough, I don't know how they did it. I was making $26,000. I did not know that this would be my life. They made every sacrifice to do the catch-up. They made every sacrifice to immediately max out, and all the bills were still there. But when his daughter said, Daddy, Otis Brown figured I was the smart one because he got all these degrees. You know what you're talking about. I don't have any degrees, you know. But he took action. And so it is my passion and our purpose at TIAA to make sure that we think about the Otis Browns in the world, the people that are in the warehouse, the people that are cleaning the grounds here at the University of Michigan, to make sure, are we communicating in a way that allows them to say, this benefit is for you and that you can get started? Are we speaking to the young people that say the reason why what makes this university so great is so that ultimately you can have a career? But the reason why you want a career is because you want to be able to provide. You want to be able to fund your dreams. And as you get older, you want to be able to retire with dignity and have real options. And that's why you want to think about it when you're 18, not when you're 50, because you'll lose the power of compounding. compounding. If you don't know what that word is, write it down. What it means is $1 today is worth more than $1 tomorrow. So if you had $10 today to contribute, and you said, well, I want to wait until I get, $50 when I get this new job and new promotion, you've lost years of interest of that $10 working. So the goal is to get started, no matter how small. Get started. So I know I had to get that out because it's so important to make sure, without judgment or shame, to just get started.